Hey you guys, it is Klairee Berry. It is early Saturday morning. I am just getting up so early all the time lately. I wanted to bring to you a video so that you can have something for Saturday. I know I just did a weekend video yesterday, but this time I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the actual dynamics of the divine feminine and the divine masculine for the collective, for whom is watching this video. Okay, so again, hope you guys are doing wonderful. A lot of stuff going on right now, so hopefully you're hanging in there with the Scorpio season coming and going, and now we're in Sagittarius. So what came out on the floor? Divine order. Wow, yes, I've been telling myself this a lot lately. Basically everything is happening as it is supposed to. Even and I did want to talk about this. This is really interesting that just came up first. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. One of the things that we've been dealing with all of the astrology, the way that it is lately, is clearing the karmic debt, transmuting these negative energies. And a lot of this is clearing karmic debt that is supposed to be just incredibly old, thousands of years running through your bloodline, being passed down through actions, energy, like whatever kind of energy form you want to visualize or believe or think of it as. And, you know, a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff right now. I hope you're not. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying, though. I could say I hope you're not, but then I know that if you are, you're making progress. You know, if you are, you're growing. If you are, you're on your enlightenment path. And you know, so often in this society, in this day and age, the way that this like pseudo psycho pop culture is coming out, and everybody's like, oh, just stay positive and positive thinking, and no, like you don't have to be fake. And you don't have to deny the things that you're going through. I've been talking a lot about authenticity lately. You really need to allow yourself to feel these negative feelings. And really, it's just about being mindful, allowing yourself to experience things and not putting a label on them of this is negative or positive. Because again, even these crazy, intense, you know, sad and painful experiences are for our highest good. Okay? Truly. And if you don't believe that, I am just going to say that I hope that I'm sending you some love and some faith to understand these things and to feel them. But as a very intuitive person, you know, I know these things to be true. So that is what that is about. Great first card. Okay. So this is going to be the overlying energy for everyone, not just either divine, masculine, or feminine. Oh my gosh. And that one did not come face up, so I'm not taking it. So everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion. It's an illusion. It's all a big hologram. What is important in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 years is not going to be important. Sometimes, you know, another good thing to keep in mind is like, what is it, the Buddhist principle of detachment. Just understanding that you don't have to be what you think that you should have done, would have done, could have done, should be doing, you know, for your whole entire life. We are basically socially conditioned to do certain things. We have this massive guilt, you know, if we're not this and that for every single person. Well, it's time to, you know, focus on yourself. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, okay? This is communication with your subconscious here. This is communication with your inner. One is eyes open, dealing with the outside world. The other's eyes are inner, you know, closed, going to the inner world. So it's very important that you touch base with both sides of yourself. You know, the vast majority of people in this life just walk around just focusing on the outer, the 3D, you know, the jobs, the social, you know, keeping up their social networks and all of that sort of stuff. And, you know, even their homes and their possessions. I mean, that's just our culture in a nutshell. It's like materialism and everything on the outside. Going within is not even valued, like at all, you know. It's starting to be a little bit more in certain circles, you know, mindfulness, meditation, twin flames, you know, going within, all of this stuff, you know, and we are the ones who are pushing the envelope and trying to change this and flip it because it needs to be done. We need to change society. Honeybee, let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Okay, so we have this drama. We need to be compassionate towards others, but also to ourselves. Same thing, forgiveness for others. and also for ourselves, okay? For our twin flame as well. I'm actually really getting that really strong here, because since your twin flame is so connected to you, your self-forgiveness and your forgiveness of your twin flame are basically one and the same. Okay, so we're going to start out with the Divine Masculine. We're going to do a little full spread here, and we'll just take any clarifiers if needed only. Okay, so we are in the Sun in Scorpio. We're still in the Mercury in Scorpio, Venus in Sagittarius, Jupiter's already in Capricorn, and yeah, so again, there's still a lot of passion. There's still a lot of figuring things out, going within. We have a new moon coming up next week. It's going to be an even bigger start on new beginnings, okay? So this, I think the energy that we're having coming into this new beginning is really, really important, okay? It's like anytime, you know, that we can capitalize on these energies, kind of know what's coming and use them to the best of the abilities. That's kind of what this channel is personally like all about here, okay? So Divine Masculine. Whoa, okay. So the Divine Masculine, I wouldn't say, oh, is doing really that great right now, okay? This may be, you know, period of separation, a period of guilt that's still, I feel like it's a long-lasting guilt because we have the Eight of Swords here. It's almost like the Divine Masculine has tried to get in touch with their emotions. They have tried to free themselves from things. They're trying to go within. They are, but they have got a lot on their plate, a lot to deal with. And, you know, this is really indicative of the fact that, you know, and I'm going to use the male and the female, even though we know that this could be any gender. But with males and masculines in particular, very much, you know, groomed and socially conditioned to repress all feelings, not to cry, to be tough, even when they're babies. You know, these studies show that the parents speak differently to them. It's all about being strong, and, you know, it's just not conducive to being in touch with your emotions. And I really get that, even though this seems negative, you know, overall, and it's like, oh, you're not doing so well. Well, you might be doing well enough, but you're just, because you're going within, you're bringing up. You know, we have to bring these painful experiences up, and these negative thoughts and emotions, you know, that we usually get from painful experiences. And that's why we do the shadow work. That's why you get the program, KlaireeBerry.com, you know, and this is about, this is about, you know, the masculine is absolutely trying to get in touch with their feelings. They're trying to heal. They're trying to change their outlook, their perspective, their thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. I'm thinking probably about the relationship here. This is all about the twin flame relationship. And, you know, they miss the passion. They miss the love. I think they miss, you know, the sensuality and the sex, but they can't focus on that right now. They can't, it's like they can't chase after you because their focus has to be somewhere else. Okay. Very, very clear for this group. Okay. So, and I'm so sorry. Hold on just a sec. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to get a little drink. Okay. So, of course, also we have, you know, kind of typical Divine Masculine energy, the fact that they're working hard. They're working on all their shit, keeping it in alignment. Okay. They're working on their social relationships, probably familial, close familial relationships. They're working on keeping their house in order, keeping their house payments, you know, the financial sector, and of course their job. Okay, these are very big distress. Oh, and also maybe some health. Okay, either health issues or just trying to, you know, be better in general. Okay, there's a lot of potential. And there is this feeling of kind of emptiness in the fact that this is kind of what they're basing their life on, okay? They're playing a role, okay? And this will change, you know, but their focus, and it's kind of like it's a distraction. It helps them to kind of turn away from the deep, you know, hurtful pain. And, you know, sometimes you just go deep for a while and you're like, okay, I need a distraction, you know, whether it's watch TV or do work here. But hopefully hopefully the Divine Masculine is not fully, you know, turning away and really leaving some time to go within. But also, I just want you to notice, again, we have in both of these cards, You know, the happy home feeling and the passion with their twin flame is the house in the background with the tip of red. Okay, this is the sexual passion. This is the love. This is the, again, it's not just that it's behind them and it's not what they're paying attention to mostly right now. It's kind of more like they know it's home. They know that's where their heart is. Home is where the heart is. They know that's where their heart is. But they just, they just can't focus on it right now. So I don't want you to take that as a negative thing. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's more like you're in their heart. You're home for them. And they just know they have to do all this inner and outer work before they can go back home, before they can go work on that home, And so they may be a little bit naive here. They may be, the divine masculine may be just really super focused, again, on one issue that's going on. I'm getting some hesitancy. Again, they have this passion and they are growing. Okay, this work that they're doing, I think they're growing. The divine masculine is growing, again, with the inner and the outer here. And that's extremely positive. And that's why you see these little tiny flowers popping up at the bottom. Because things are starting to change. Things are starting to grow. This growth is happening. This is a very growth and healing card, even though I feel like he's kind of obsessing on this one thing. And, it may not even be that he's obsessing about it. He's just got to be very careful with a certain situation right now. And what I'm getting is that this really may be the kids, somebody in the family, that he's just trying to help them, to support them. And again, it could be he or she, whatever. And, it doesn't have to be the social thing. It could be, again, the job. The job could be in something I feel like is in somewhat of a fragile state, and they really want to help heal it. They want to help make this situation better. So that is kind of where the divine masculine's focus is. So if you're the divine feminine, you're not necessarily feeling like the divine masculine is paying a lot of attention to you, I want to reassure you and let you know that, this is what's going on right now. And you are on their mind. You are in their heart. Okay? And, they are, I still think, really kind of feeling guilty about things that they've done, the way things have panned out in the past. And it's kind of agonizing them, but that's also helping them. Just like, again, these negative situations, everything's happening for a reason. Well, that's exactly what happened. Everything that happened in the past with the divine feminine, if you don't know that by now, please understand that. It's all being weighed out. It's all coming out in the wash, basically. Okay? It's all part of, I don't know if you want to say the plan. Some people don't like that kind of mentality, but it's all part of the purpose. Okay? At the very least. Okay, so that's kind of the energy of the divine masculine right now, maybe in the past week, past few days, past few weeks, whatever, maybe even months, but now moving into the future. Okay? What are we doing? Well, the divine masculine is really, really coming into a deeper state of this healing, but they're also still kind of hyper focused on, again, cleansing something, changing, and doing the right thing. Okay? So they're kind of feeling like it's fools rush in. It's they're wanting to really, really almost I feel like it's get this thing over with. It's like they just have to hang on for a little bit longer, and then everything's going to change. Because, the page, this is indicative of the students, the college kid who, he's grown so much in his life over the past, who knows, and now he's going to take care of this thing, whatever this is, and then move on, and then go into the real world. It's like learning, growing, going to the next stage. And it is a lot of change. And it's being, again, like I've said in my other readings lately, right in the middle of this change. Okay? So, again, really, really focused. We knew here that this was just such a big focus, on this. But the way that the horse is coming into this, it's almost like I said, they're just trying to get this taken care of. Not necessarily sweep it under the rug, but just sweep it up, get it up, so that they can get to a place where they feel like they're at the next level, which is it's really positive. It's really good, to have that drive, that really strong drive to want to change your life. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay. They're understanding more. even if it's totally on a subconscious level, and they are being guided, okay? Always pray to surround yourselves with the angels of love and light, energies of love and light only. Always pray for that for your person, your family, everyone in the world, loved ones, whatever, whatever resonates for you. But this is, really seeing the fruits. It's coming. The time where, they're finally feeling like they're in balance. They finally feel like they can take a breath. They finally can focus on something else rather than like getting this situation taken care of. Because again, it's kind of all their mind's been on. Okay? And this does have to do with feelings and balancing out their emotions, because this guilt and shame can be a horribly debilitating thing to go through. And it can really block the relationship, because if they don't feel like they are worthy, then they're not going to attract that love and that, that union in their life. And so one of the best things, of course, the Divine Feminine can do is not to rush in, not to chase, not to, act off of that pull, even though we want to see our partner. But we have to give them space to figure this out. Okay. We have to wait patiently. And, it's a good time to take a step back from the relationship, because that's how you break habits, is a little bit of separation. Okay. So, it's like, okay, communicate. Okay. I would say keep things a little bit light, keep things a little bit, maybe mysterious. You don't want to be pressuring your person. Don't pressure the Divine Masculine. They've got a lot going on, and definitely do not be bringing extra drama into them, because that's only going to push the union away. Okay. This is absolutely going within, going to the higher mind, understanding how things work, understanding the negative patterns that we've gotten into. And again, this comes full circle here, because both of you are dealing with this shedding of the old skin, again, in the midst of this change. And these negative beliefs, thoughts, and expectations are, slowly being, again, pulled out one by one. And that's kind of, again, just the fact that this is the first and the last card, that this is like really powerful, that this is what's going on. Okay. So that's amazing. And I hope you enjoyed that part of the reading. Now we're going to go on to the Divine Feminine, and I'm going to use the Herbology Tarot here, just because my intuition says so. Okay. So now with the Sun in Sagittarius, people may be feeling a little bit more upbeat. There's still this underlying energy of truth coming out. We are realizing the truth, about others, about ourselves, realizing the truth about our purpose. So much truth is slowly being uncovered with all this Mars. Mars is in Scorpio, and that's absolutely about with uncovering these deep truths. I mean, all the Scorpio energy that we've been in. We just came out of Sun in Scorpio. That's what we've been dealing with. Now we're still moving it to the next level. Like the truths that were uncovered from the depths of our subconscious are now being looked at, played with, manipulated in a way where, we're understanding them better, and it's helping us to move forward to what our future vision is. Okay. So, and again, with Mercury in Scorpio, our mind is still going deep on this stuff. And, so we may still be kind of in that, in the middle of that point where we are digging this stuff up, realizing we might still be realizing these truths, even though we're now in Sagittarius Sun. Okay. And the Moon in Libra this weekend, really might have to do with uncovering some truths about the relationships. And the relationships, in this new deck that I got, it's not the cups, it's mirrors. And I love that. Okay. And, it makes total sense, because our relationships are mirrors. Really, all of anything that happens to us is kind of a mirror in a way. And you can look at it as, whether you're on the right frequency is what you attract, or what you think about comes true, what you feel about comes true. Like, it's the holistic law of attraction. Again, check it out. My program definitely will help you come into union, not only with yourself, but of course with your partner. Okay. So let's focus again on the Divine Feminine. All right. What is going on? and what will be. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Okay, every single card is upside down, so this is very, very important for the divine feminine. Also might be a little bit out into the future of normal, okay? So this might not be as much about, you know, what we have done, but what is going to happen in the next week, or maybe 2 weeks, a couple days to 2 days, or month. Could be months as well. It just, again, take it as it resonates. It doesn't really matter, and it obviously can vary because it is just general reading. Some people are going to get it, you know, deal with it and then move on. Others are going to take longer. It is what it is, you know. And the best thing we can do, again, to not impede the process, to allow the process of growth, you know, to unfold, is to go within and do the inner work. Communicate between the two. It's this understanding why I do what I do. Why do I have, again, with the devil card, you know, why do I have these particular addictions? Why do I have these particular problems? Always be searching for answers, or at least open to the answers that are coming to you. Everything is a sign. Especially the pain, is a sign of what to pay attention to. Okay? So, Ten of Cups to start us off, okay? Coming into the future, just rest assured. Just rest assured. Your relationships, all of them, are going to be improving, if not already, okay? And I think if we think back over, you know, you could think back over the past few days and weeks and not necessarily see it, but if you look further back, past 10 months, past 10 years, yeah, things are getting better, okay? So utilize these types of thoughts to back up more thoughts and create beliefs and expectations of what you want, okay? So it's worth it. Get the pen and pencil, whatever, you know, anything that can make you feel accomplished, write it down, keep it in a journal, look at it. Anything that, like that, where, okay, like, look how far I've come. I used to do this, now I do this. I changed in this way. Like, it's great to remind yourself that, you know, life is fluid, we're growing, we're getting better over time. Perfect kind of mantra and thing to kind of keep in your mind. And again, just nurturing and focusing these relationships, because I feel like for especially right now, and, you know, again, this may just be Moon in Libra, dealing with, you know, the balance of these relationships. But we're really kind of focused on this. We're focused on growing the relationships. We're focused on kind of keeping this peace. And there's a lot of forgiveness going on too. So kudos to you if you are a person who is dealing with forgiveness. And let me tell you that I do touch a lot on forgiveness. It's part of my program. You know, it has to do with the shadow work and, of course, the inner child healing. But it's you know, if you're looking to learn how to forgive a little bit deeper, you know, and again, that also includes yourself, then definitely get the program. It's very inexpensive. I always say it's way cheaper than therapy. Okay, so this is very nourishing, because even like with the marijuana, I'm getting this cannabis vibe, you know, good for your brain, good for the functions, you know, of where you're coming from. Again, this is your relationship with yourself too right now, okay? For self-forgiveness, self-understanding, self-awareness. It's this clearing, you know, because rainbows come after the storm, okay? And the clouds are still clearing, you know, but don't focus on these negative clouds that I haven't fully left yet. Again, focus on the positive about what you've made it through, what you've changed, what you've done, okay? Oh, yeah, crack that back. And it's like a release, too. Just the fact that I cracked my back right there when I was talking about these clouds dispersing. We're releasing right now. And again, it's a great time to release this weekend, and even into Monday, before we come into the new moon on the 25th, 26th, okay? Because the new moon's, again, always all about new beginnings, and you're really starting forward. So take it as it resonates, again, okay? So again, we had the marijuana, which, like I said, this cannabis, you know, it's like cannabis actually, the cannabidiol protects your brain cells. It protects you. So I'm just getting that really supportive energy of, you know, getting, and not like getting higher. I mean, it is marijuana card, but getting higher in, you know, in the sense of elevating and enlightenment. And so the divine feminine is, you know, working on her emotions as well. And so that could be a really good time. This could be a really good time to go deeper into the inner child healing. Whether you can skip to the inner child healing part of the program even before the shadow work. Usually I recommend the shadow work first, but if you kind of are already familiar and you just really want to affect some change, you don't have to watch all 30 videos, and get to the end. You can skip around and watch the inner child healing first, but there are 30 videos, countless hours, on my program, which is the Aloha Peace program. So again, we have this nourishing, whole grains. And it's funny because, wow, this is so awesome. Both of these are very demonized, okay? Obviously, marijuana has been demonized. We've had books by, I actually have a video about this. If you search it, you can find it. What is it? Grain brain, things like this, wheat belly. They're like total bullshit. Total fucking bullshit books. Not even written by like real qualified people. Just not good resources, all of the above. Like I said, I did a good video on that. But the fact that these two here are coming through as these kind of very common, plants that are actually nourishing, but they're demonized, goes to show you something here. And I think it has to do with the fact that maybe somebody doesn't like your relationship. Maybe, again, in the past, you were self-judging your relationship with your twin flame. Or, yeah, I'm really getting like there's some outside judgment, whether it's your family, their family, whatever. I'm feeling like, not everybody is very excited about this, or would be very excited if they knew, okay? But this is I love that. This is amazing. This is the new beginnings happening anyway, regardless of what people think, regardless of what negative labels and, again, beliefs, thoughts, and expectations that have been put onto the relationship. But the Ace of Pentacles is saying to me right now, there's a healing with this. And this has to do with a lot of this social healing that, you really technically are part of the social side. So even though people say, oh, well, it's about the Pentacles, the mundane, money. It's not all about money. This is still about the relationship. This is all about the relationship. This is all about going deeper and making sure that it's not just about other people's perceptions of the relationship. It's about you making sure to do the inner child healing work so that the relationship can truly move forward and can truly be wholesome, healthy, nourishing for everyone involved. Because if, you or people see that you guys have changed, see the progress, if they could see the whole thing, the whole picture, they would think differently. And they will see the whole picture in the future. But in order to get the blessings again of other people and fully believe it and understand the connection and move forward, with your twin flame, there really has to be, again, this nourishing of the self, nourishing of the life. The Divine Feminine is working on her pentacles, or they, whatever, working on their social relationships as well, working on their relationship with themselves, working on their relationship with the divine, working on, growing their money, taking care of their home. Of course, we're always focused on, these things in some way, shape, or form. And everything's getting better. But like I said, the main thing here is that, everything's changing. We have this new beginning coming in, and I want you to be able to really stand proud and just be really fully, like when you fully believe something and your emotions are backing that up, then that's when you see the change. That's when you have the new beginning. Okay, so going within and going deep within and forgiving yourself, forgiving others right now is going to help you to move forward, and it's going to eventually help you guys to get to a point where, you're not scared to say, I'm with this person, I'm in love with this person, or whatever, because 100% that is wholesome, that is good for you, that is taking you to higher places. Okay, awesome reading. I'm absolutely loving this. Okay, so then we got the star. So this, I always just go right back to the program, because this is about the holistic law of attraction. This is about abundance. This is about manifesting your heart's desires. This is about cleansing yourself out of these old, mainly beliefs, but could be thoughts and expectations, emotions. The passion's coming through. The passion's growing, And with this new cleansing, the cleansing comes first, okay? Cleansing and then the passion. Once you do the cleansing, and again, this is definitely also inner child healing. So when you go in and you do the work, like I said, the program goes straight to the inner child healing if you want to. And you'll be able to manifest everything. You're going to be able to have everything kind of come full circle. You're going to be manifesting your money better, your jobs better, keeping that stress low better, health better, again, and relationships, like all of the above. Everything, especially on the external, is going to be, you're going to see your positive energy go out, and then these positive things start to come back even more than ever. And I feel like it's going to be swift. It's going to be like, okay? It's going to be like pow, pow. So again, kind of in the future, something we're still working through. And so even further into the future, there's going to be still some waiting. Okay. I feel like somebody's putting up a wall somehow, again, maybe just really literally so busy, or telling themselves they're so busy. But a lot of it has to do with this change and this, the actions are being taken to change these deep belief systems. So this is still about the work, okay? Even though it's wands and it's physical and it's what you're actually doing, it's like, again, both parties here are just have a lot of passion. They have it on their mind. They have the relationship on their mind. They want to go further, but they have to take care of other things right now, because so much is changing with these new beginnings that, oh my gosh, this is absolutely, I've never seen this one on here before. Look at this tower moment. Okay, so the tower moment is in the past here. It was very potent, very painful, and it might have been a very quick thing that happened. Whatever that means for you. The tower moment that happened recently could have been who knows how long ago. Like, again, but it is cleansing you. It's cleansing the relationship, and it really was not, there wasn't, even though it felt really strong, really potent, and probably made you very angry and passionate, it didn't do as much damage as I think maybe we thought it did. And it actually is, of course, healing. I mean, it's garlic. Come on. This is antifungal, antibacterial. It helps your immune system in every way, helps you when you're sick. Okay. So again, don't fall into this tendency to think about the tower moment and the drama and all of this as something negative, toxic situation, like everybody else thinks of the relationship as. Don't get caught into that, and make sure really, and when you go within and do the inner child healing and forgiveness of self and others, then you'll really see the true extent. You might already have an idea, just going through the situation and processing it and dealing with it. Okay, this helped me in certain ways. We're moving forward, but it's going to all make sense even on a deeper level. So that's really good. Still coming into a lot of understanding, which, again, the more understanding and truth that you can come into even before this new moon, it's going to help you. It's going to help. If you want a new beginning on this new moon with your person, do the shadow work, do the inner child healing. And this is hilarious because we got another tower. So it's kind of like, if you don't, and I am going to clarify this one, because this one is a little bit different too. This is the cycles of the tower. This is the everlasting, always going through the same thing again. This is why people on the outside don't think this is a healthy relationship. Okay? Is because, and even, it might not be the people on the outside. It could be, parts of your mind or whatever, your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations, because of all the drama you went through in the past, because of all the times you felt alone, or, the times where you're not getting what you need because of all the tower moments. Okay. But I just want to say that, if you look at it in a different way, it's just the dance of life. I know you can't see that very well, and I apologize. Okay, but he's, it's like in the fall, at some point during the fall, it's like skydiving, you're like scared shitless at first. And I hate this, I don't want to do it. And then you go and you're like, it's so thrilling. I'm just going to surrender. This is about, look at the arms, open here. Surrender. Realizing that everything is happening as it should. Again. Everything's happening as it should. Be grateful. Be grateful for that situation. And you can say, prayers, spells, affirmations, whatever, to say things to the effect of, I'm getting the full lesson from this situation and moving on. I'm getting the full message and I'm releasing anything that is not serving me. Those sort of things. Talk to yourself all day. You know what I'm talking about here. Okay? So I don't want to end it right there. I want to go a little bit deeper. We are going to go back here. And I want to just kind of look real quick at, the relationship in itself, like not just, this energy or that energy, but what is kind of just a little bit of extra, clarification here, okay? Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Communication is key. So, again, that's with yourself, but also it is with your partner. So even though you may not be, spending the most time and having the most fun together right now, you can still, communicate with them. And if you're going within, you'll have better communications. That's the thing. When you do this work, it makes all of, just like that 10 of cups, it makes all of your relationships better, especially your twin flame relationship. And it definitely makes your relationship with yourself better. So I'm only going to take 4 cards here. And again, this is, so the relationship overall is being healed and strengthened right now. And, the Divine Feminine is absolutely leading this situation, kind of taming, the lion here, but she's also taming herself. She's setting up boundaries, and that may be somewhat of this distance as well. Okay, but she's doing it in a loving, gentle way. Okay, so again, the communication that's happening is not blaming, not angry, because when you go within, you release all that stuff. You realize, again, that everything's happening for a reason. And that's, again, where a lot of this compassion, forgiveness, and moving on comes from, okay? Healing, cleansing. Huge healing, cleansing energies right now, okay? And growth. Okay, so definitely both. This is very indicative of both of you guys leaving these old patterns behind, taking what works. Again, we always say, when the Divine Feminine usually is the first one to do the work, and then it rubs off on the partner. And again, the child here is this is the Divine Feminine here. She's sitting because she's focused. She's doing the inner work. He's doing some of the outer work, but they're both connected. They're in the same boat. They're going the same place. Okay, they're connected. So the feminine, again, do that inner child healing work so that you can cover this ground. And, again, I was thinking water is the fastest way to cover ground, Back in the old days, you wanted to find a river so you could float on it. And it's the safest and fastest way to travel, and this is saying that inner child healing is the fastest way to get you together with your partner and to get you where you want to be. Okay, you're going somewhere where there's going to be a party, there's going to be fun, there's going to be passion, all the things we want, our 10 of cups and beyond. And mastering the law of attraction as well, to the fertile grounds where abundance lives, so very, very positive here. Okay, and again, where you're growing, again, you're not fully, like, nobody's ever going to be complete, but you're coming into a much stronger, you could say leadership role, to be that leader for your partner, to be that leader for yourself, to lead yourself in the right direction, but also to lead others. Okay, so in the back of your mind, you can always think of, shining your light, and there may come a time, like, after you do this inner child healing, I think you're going to get some additional passion, clarity on what your mission is, and knowing what to do about it, knowing what to say to people to help them. It's like the king, people, it's like he's waiting for the next person to come and lay their troubles out on the table, and he's going to help them. He's going to give them exactly what they need because he's got the power to do that. This is about having that power. You're going to get the power. You're going to get more power, again, over self, I don't want to say power over the relationship or whatever, because that sounds wrong, but I think you know what I mean. Okay. And again, our Two of Wands here is our two twin flames here coming together. You can see here, we have the love and the divine masculine and the flowers. Okay. But this is a huge new beginning. Okay. So don't think everything is going to, change like super fast, especially if you're not doing the work. Doing the work will expedite this process, but I want you to understand how big the changes are that are coming. Okay, we have a new moon bringing new changes. We've got a lot of eclipse energy coming in, a lot of very rare eclipse energy. We've got rare energy even on Monday and Tuesday. Venus in Capricorn begins. We have some things going on with Jupiter and Saturn where it can be a very expansive, romantic, I really feel like very soon, this relationship is going to blossom again, especially if you're doing the work. And then again, into the next year, into the next decade, with all of this eclipse energy, I just want you to know that it's going to be a huge change, probably bigger than you ever even would imagine, or even could hope for, maybe. But it's it's kind of like, again, back to the energies in the sky, what we're doing here. Again, we're digging up the truth, but then we're pushing it towards, we're using that truth to create our new vision. And a lot of people are in this process right now of really coming into, their true purpose or understanding of themselves or understanding of whatever the world. And that's just going to keep unfolding into next year. I feel like a lot of people's financial sectors are going to be changing, and, it's going to change the culture. Like whatever is happening, something big is going to happen, maybe even in January. So again, be prepared in whatever ways, physically that you think are appropriate here. But again, a lot of times the best work that we can do, for fighting evil or, making positive things happen and attract to us is by going within and doing the inner child healing. Okay? So that's going to be it for today. I hope you have a great Saturday, a great weekend. Please let me know what you think down below. You can find me all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and all the up-to-date prices on my personal readings, my program that I talked about, my packages, the combination of the both, and all my Patreon stuff is at klaireeberry.com. All the up-to-date prices are always going to be at klaireeberry.com. And what else did I want to say? I guess that's about it. Yeah, just much love, many blessings. Hang in there. Keep the positive thoughts, keep the positive emotions, keep the positive actions going. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. And I'm just sending much love and many blessings. I'll talk to you so soon. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Peace.